Guys, I know we're all emotional about the game, and I know it still stings. That being said, this had to be a morning upload. I can't. I'm too angry tonight to post at night.
Get ready to fly!
Afternoon and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Welcome back. This is your first time tuning in. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm a Jets fan in pain. So, let's get this painful show on the road. Jets lose 6-2 to the Colorado Avalanche and now are trailing the best of 7 series 2-1. Let's get this out of the way. Colorado won this game fair and square. You can disagree with the penalties, and I do, but nonetheless, being able to capitalize on the mistakes of your opponent and sometimes the gifts of the officiating is not innately illegal. They did nothing wrong. They won the hockey game. That being said, this entire game is a train wreck. This entire game is a train wreck, and like most train wreck movies, it starts with positivity. First off, though, there are warning signs. Avalanche score first here to make it 1-0 on Zach Parise on the rebound reaction here.
David Gustafsson on the ice. Avalanche in the zone, shot from the slot, and the rebound is picked up by the Avalanche, and they put that past Hellebuyck. It is 1-0 Avalanche.
As you can see, I am not in these reactions. I was at trivia night with my lovely woman and her family, and they actually put the game on, the second period on, while trivia was going on. So I saw the Morrissey goal. I had a front row seat to the Morrissey goal. Oh boy, did I jump the fuck up. But yeah, no, first period, you know what sucks? I don't like this first period from the Winnipeg Jets, but now, with hindsight being 2020, I would take everything I say back to get this first period back. Because this first period was not the worst. Oh, no, not by a long shot. Here's Carter's thoughts on the game.
And this is how you fucking kill! Oh, come on! Yeah!
Good morning, afternoon, and
My turn, jackass!
Sweet! Get the fuck out of here!
What a stop by
No pushback. Jets had no pushback today. Seriously. 2-1 lead going into the third period. And I understand, and I don't even want to hear it about the refs. I understand there were some bad calls, but then there was stuff that they had to call. We got a trip. There was a slashing where we drew blood. I understand that, you know, they called that late and they missed it originally, but it is a penalty. We got a delay of game, which just sucked. Kill a penalty. Stop playing undisciplined hockey. Stop it. And then when you get behind, it's like, okay, this is where the pushback needs to happen. This is where the Jets got to get going. But nothing. Nothing. I want Brossoit to start next game. Not even necessarily because I think Hellebuyck is playing so bad. His stats show that his third periods have not been good. However, the fact of the matter is that I find that the Jets play better in front of Brossoit. He eliminated us last year. It's not like he's not capable of it. And you know what? For all the times where, you know, Georg, yeah, like bad goalie, this, that, we're losing. We're losing. You know what? It's just so frustrating that this Colorado team has glaring weaknesses, and we are just refusing to exploit them. Refusing to. And Bones, you know, there's a few good points he made in the press conference. You know, Jets had no pushback. You got to throw that now. Not when the series is over. Not when the battle's lost. Throw it at him now. Lions need to get shaken up. Brossoit, I'd like to see him go in. He got 3 shutouts this year. He's a good goaltender. And the Jets play better in front of him because they know that they don't necessarily have this Vezina goalie who's going to stop everything behind him. And because the fact of the matter is he kind of hasn't stopped everything behind them. This is so frustrating. The Jets gave up in the 3rd period. And like Neil Pionk is getting into fights and he's smiling. What the fuck do you have to smile about? Seriously. Jets need to push back and get their heads out of their asses. Otherwise, they're going to get steamrolled. They got time. They got to get it done. That was pathetic. We need better. Back to Zach.
By the way, I will be around for the next live stream of Game 4 that takes place. It's technically tomorrow now. I'm actually recording this. It's 2 in the morning. I'm recording this. I got home. I was pissed. I was like all of you guys. I was angry. I was upset. I was disappointed. And I just wanted to point at something. I needed to settle down, and I think a lot of us do need to settle down too. This series is not over. But anyway, let's get back into this game. Second period is a great period for the Winnipeg Jets. Tyler Toffoli finally gets on the board to tie the game. It's a bad angle shot, but you know what? Puck's on net against Georgiev. He's not an exceptional goalie. He's a good goalie. He's not a great goalie. You need to get pucks on net. They get rewarded. 1-1 reaction here.
Weak. Toffoli.
Yes! Yes!
Tyler Toffoli puts the Jets on the board.
Second line goal, I'd like to add. Second line produces.
Stop.
Woo!
The Jets are on the board. Tyler Toffoli, the first for the Jets.
And then the Jets get a lot of great pressure. The problem with the second period is this is by far, I would argue, the best period of hockey the Jets have played in 2.5 games. I'd argue it's even better than the third period against Colorado. Because Colorado, that third period is messy. That being said, they only get 2 goals this period, which you would say normally would be like, yeah, so what? Except you're playing Colorado that plays like there's no tomorrow offensively. And there's so many opportunities I can point out here where I'm just like, damn it. In the first period, Sean Monahan's wraparound, damn it. Tyler Toffoli's breakaway where he gets, my good God, so open. Damn it. Sean Monahan on the delayed penalty. Damn it. Thankfully, Josh Morrissey does make them pay on the power play to make it 2-1 reaction here.
Shoot it.
Over
shoot,
for
to shoot. You know who's in that. Just shoot it.
For Shifley.
Georgie
On
has
a Morrissey.
Yes!
Morrissey with a power play goal. Josh Morrissey with the goal. Put the man 2 in the game.
My phone fell in the back of the couch.
Jets with a 2-1 lead.
Boy, Jamie, get out of here.
Power play goal for Josh Morrissey.
I jumped out of my goddamn chair at the Oak Bluff Community Center. I leaped up and I'm like, let's fucking go. The whole gym was fucking hyped. Anyway, that's it for the second period, unfortunately, though, because that's all the Jets muster. Here, and that means what time is it?
Moose Watch!
So, this is not going to be the last Moose Watch, but the Manitoba Moose have been officially swept out of the Calder Cup playoffs. In a shocking turn of events, the Moose transitioned from a 4-game winning streak to a 2-game losing streak, and just get upset. And you know what? I don't even think they played that bad. The first game, they got behind the 8 ball a little too early. They did come back to try to force it to make it a close game. Is what it is. Second game, they just couldn't score. And now, you know, I would say there's a lot of questions. No, there's not. it's just this team isn't quite good enough, which is unfortunate because I really wish they were, and I think they could have made noise this year, but they don't. They get eliminated in 2 out of 3 games in the play-on round, and you know what? That being said, this season could have turned out a lot much worse. They could have been out like weeks ago. So over the coming months, I expect that certain Manitoba Moose players will travel overseas to German leagues and other leagues around the world. I will cover all of that, as I did last year with Leon Golanka, Cole Meyer, and Tyler Boland. I will cover that. I'm looking forward to actually covering that. There are 2 RFAs that I have to get out of the way now. Kyle Capobianco and Christian Reichel are now Section 6 UFAs due to not playing enough NHL games to qualify for their RFA status. For the record, Kyle Capobianco could have technically made it to RFA status had he played 6 or 7 games in the NHL. Christian Reichel, there was no chance of that. Christian Reichel needed 79 games for the Jets to retain his RFA status. I think this might be the end of both their tenures with the Winnipeg Jets organization. If that is true, I wish them the best, sincerely, along with all the other UFAs that are on the market. Pretty much every single AHL contract except for Carson Golder and Thomas Milich and Dylan Anhorn, as he transitions now into a contract year rather than a tryout, are probably up for grabs. We'll have to see how it all unfolds. I'll be with you guys. I'll let you guys updated on that every step of the way. Don't you worry. Also, on the prospect of prospects, Elias Salmonson, his SHL team leads a 2-1 in the SHL finals right now. I can't say that name. It's so hard. I'm just not good at pronunciation, Swedish names. But they're up 2-1 in the final. I'm looking forward to him making that transition after this season is done to the AHL. On the junior side of things, Jacob Julian's London Knights have now started their 3rd round against the Saginaw Spirit, and they are up 1-0 in the conference finals. On the other side of things, Dominic DiVincentis' North Bay Battalion are down 1-0 to the Oshawa Generals. That being said, he didn't play. He hasn't been playing recently in the playoffs, but that's where his team is at. Both those players, I expect Jacob Julian to sign an ELC once his time in the OHL is done. Dominic DiVincentis, I expect to sit around a little longer in the OHL, or he can make that transition to the Manitoba Moose. Also worth noting, ECHL, the Norfolk Admirals, that also have a bunch of AHL players of the Moose on their team, including right now Thomas Cron and Simon Kubasek, are up 3-1 last I checked in round 1 of the Kelly Cup quarterfinals, which is good for them. Good for them, honestly. But yeah, a lot of uncertainty with Moose players. I will keep you guys informed on that. That was Moose Watch. I know that took up a lot of time, sorry. We go to the 3rd period now, and it's just a funeral march. I haven't even watched this period back completely. I'm just going to say this. The officiating was inconsistent. That needs to be better. Officials can't not call something for the first 2 periods and then call it all the way in the 3rd period. That being said, the high stick from Gabe Vilardi, that's a 4-minuter every time. It doesn't happen, though, if the trip on Kyle Connor gets called. Mason Appleton gets interfered with. Vlad Nemeskov gets fucking horse-collared in the 2nd period. No calls. We're not asking for you to kiss our ass. We're asking for consistency. Unfortunately, the Avalanche's special team, special player, special plays shows up and absolutely decimates the Winnipeg Jets. First off, they tie it to make a 2-2 reaction here.
Pass for McCarr.
Would you give McCarr
Moves that back for McKinnon onto the sidewall.
I guess because McKinnon.
Back for McKinnon. Slap shot at the point, and they score. Colorado on the power play ties the game 2-2.
Now, with full control and full momentum, they get another power play opportunity to make a 3-2 reaction here.
That would have been a no goal because the stick was
McKinnon puts that across. Hellebuyck stacks the pads, but it's not enough. Thankfully,
What
at least
happened?
after the 2-minute mark.
Wednesday was no problem.
After the 2-minute mark, Colorado's able to get it, so at least it goes back to 5-on-5.
The hits don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Reaction here.
It's gonna go out though. And now the Avalanche are moving it in. Dylan DeMello loses an edge. The Avalanche moving across, and they score.
That's just the hockey.
Arturi Lehkonen. Oh, he blew a tire. DeMello blows a tire.
What is Hellebuyck doing on that play?
When he needs it most.
Why is he diving like that?
Pain, misery, pain, make the pain go away. We will not.
Oh,
Battling on the sidewall. That's going to go up for Devon Toews. Over to Gerard. Gerard tries to put that through. Goes off Kyle Connor, who's on the penalty kill. Up for Devon Toews. Onto the side for Gerard. 4 seconds left on it. Gerard tries to move that across. And a shot's going to go on Hellebuyck, and he score! Ross Colton. And makes it 5-3 with just seconds to go.
You mean 5-2?
In, or 5-2, sorry. Yeah, 5-2.
And finally, just empty net, empty it into my empty soul, empty heart, emptiness, and empty life.
They need 3 goals.
Why are we going 6-on-4 now?
Oh, what are you doing?
And the Jets are trying to keep it in, but they bloody well can't. And the Avalanche put it all the way down.
Why?
And it's 6-4.
What is wrong with you?
6-2, sorry. And this game is just about over.
Yeah, and wow, that was a fucking slog, wasn't it? And it felt like it. It felt like it. I don't have the words for this third period. It's the worst period of hockey the Winnipeg Jets have played in 2 years. I can't think of a single period that was as bad as that period for the Winnipeg Jets. And they're just not playing their way of hockey. And the Avalanche are forcing them to just collapse in on themselves. And yeah, you're a great defensive team. When you are not having to actively play defense 20 out of 20 minutes, granted, once again, also too, fall. The Winnipeg Jets need to start falling a little bit because the Avalanche are going to get those calls. You need to also show that those calls matter. Like, I hate to say, like, take a dive. I'm not asking that. I'm just saying, don't try to be a hero. If a guy's going to trip you, fucking fall. Fucking fall. And you know what? It's funny because people are like, oh, yeah, well, that's a bullshit narrative. The refs put their whistles away in the playoffs. No, they don't. We actually have the statistics to show they don't. They actually take them out more. It's just you don't really think about it as much. So, yeah, you know, it's a rough game. I'm going to look at the women's side of hockey first before I get too wound up.
Women! 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 Women!
So, the women's side of hockey, we haven't looked at this in a while, have we? Well, guess what? The playoff picture is starting to come more and more into picture. Boston and Ottawa are fighting for that final spot. Ottawa sits in it right now with 2 games left in their season. Remember, wins are 3 points. Overtime wins are 2. Overtime losses are 1. Those are important. 2 teams have already clinched a playoff spot. That is PWHL Toronto and PWHL Montreal. They're both clinched. And PWHL New York has unfortunately been eliminated from contention. That being said, we still have to see a lot of how it unfolds. I will keep letting you guys know as long as the Jets season is going. I'll let you know how the women's side of hockey is doing. 3 stars of the game. I don't have any. All I'll say is I'll be here for the live stream on Game 4. I hope you guys tune in. I saw we had quite a lot of viewers coming in. I appreciate that. We just gotta breathe. Just remember to breathe, Jets fans. It's not over. This is not the same team as it was last year, but now they have to fucking prove it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. It means so much to us. Hope you all have a lovely day, and we will see you next time.
Nikolai Ehlers chips it through, gets around, and he shoots!